Greetings, YouTube! Our man Earth25 is throwing in more explanation marks and threats of giving up than my students after the first week of class.
Oh, that's serious.
Also, iMac, The Dark Knight Rises says the best movie ever made is the most comical stance I've ever seen. Do you mean The Dark Knight, or do you really mean The Dark Knight Rises?
I don't know the difference between the two.
You're still taking shots at Interstellar. Alright, so there will be 7 featured 6-star champions in the next pool as Absorbing Man got added. I like this a lot, he says. And then, in the comments, there's a forum post to the actual discussion. Or 25. I got it. We're on the forum post. Take a deep breath, buddy. Alright. Basic Hero release schedule fix and next featured 6-star crystal. This is huge news, let's be honest. Also, shout out to Bobby Arduous and Kick Rocks for leading the honored classroom wall. Greetings, Summoners. Recently, an error in scheduling has thrown off the intended date for champions being added to the basic crystal pool. An error in scheduling. Can you imagine if we tried to say that? Like, an error in scheduling.
You know, I'm going to remember that line, and the next time my boss needs something, by the end of the week, I'm going to say, you know what, sorry,
Just an error in
there's
scheduling.
an error in scheduling. I don't think I'm going to have it for you.
Also, pro tip, if you ever take a nap and sleep through a meeting, do what I did in undergrad. Just say, I'm sorry, I completely forgot I double booked myself. Works every time. Plus, you'll usually look like crap, and they'll be like, oh, you should go back to bed. You don't look like you feel well. Yeah, I should. I do. We will be reverting to the intended schedule for Infamous Iron Man, who will be added to the basic pool on February 21st, which is still a long time away. This ensures that the addition of 6-star Iron Man Infamous to the basic pool only occurs after his featured hero crystal premiere. Please wait for messaging in the game to verify when a new champion has been added. And not just that, we have seen messaging in the game, and then the crystal doesn't show the image of the champion, so it doesn't actually work. So I would say wait for both. It does suck, though, that for those of you who thought that the Iron Man Infamous was being dropped at the end of January, now it's to wait till almost the end of February. Talk about breaking your heart around Valentine's Day.
Well, it's Bam. What were you expecting?
For when I die, for them to let me down one more time in the grave.
Probably.
So, please wait for messaging in the game to verify new champion. Following that, the following champions will be added to the basic pool in the following days. So, Spider-Man Supreme, March 7th. Spot, March 21st, 6 days away from my birthday. Clearly you spotted that. Shuri, April 18th. Atuma, May 2nd. Big freaking deal. Mantis, May 16th. Also a big
freaking deal.
Absorbing Man, May 30th. Baron Zemo, June 13th. Champions are added to the basic pool approximately 4.5 to 5 months after the initial release of a champion. This is the big news, though, even though everything else before that, I guess, was important. Additionally, the next 6-star featured hero crystal will contain 7 featured champions. These will be Infamous Iron Man, Spider-Man Supreme, Spot, Shuri, Atuma, Mantis, Absorbing Man. That really is pretty big, considering he's just now coming in the crystal. We apologize for any confusion or frustration this issue may have caused. And what does Kabam do when they don't want blowback, Mama, on the forums? What do they do after they get done with the forum post? Any ideas?
They don't allow comments?
Exactly. They do what's called closing a thread.
I mean, I don't even go to the forums, and I could pretty much tell you that.
So, again, borrow this. Next time your boss wants to talk to you about something, you just immediately tell them, I'm sorry, this discussion has been closed. Try that.
Yep.
See how that works. Well, I can understand why people are disappointed. We just discussed last night on the channel, just 24 hours ago, how Infamous Iron Man, right? Or 25 Infamous Iron Man was supposed to be, what, do we say January 31st? In like 3 weeks? And now it's like 6 weeks?
crazy.
And I can't think of a champion that has more hype right now than Infamous Iron Man. And what really stinks is all those YouTubers, fellow colleagues, friends, who have multiple Abyss Nexus crystals, including the one from Kabam Santa that Paragon players got for free during the Christmas holiday week. Now they have to hoard that thing until February 21st to open it. Huh.
Not fair.
So, yeah, I do see this as a big deal on one hand that we have 7 champions in the featured pool, but keep in mind, that's still only a 4.2% drop rate for that champion, and you're going to have a much better chance of getting that champion, statistically speaking, if you open an Abyss Nexus Crystal for that champion, but now you're going to have to wait an additional month. So, this is huge news in both a positive and negative manner. Positive is 7 featured champions, the next 6 are featured. Negative is, for those of you that had circled 3 weeks from yesterday, 3 weeks from January 10th, being when you'd get to hunt for Infamous Iron Man, JK, now you got to circle 6 weeks from now? No. Mom, this is like a pregnancy. There's a big difference between 3 weeks and 6 weeks, right?
Huge.
See? Boom. So there you go. By the way, Skull the Comic one, all the mods are friends of mine. They have earned my friendship. And they've earned the ability to go to counseling after hearing way too many puns. All right.
Confirm.
You can definitely confirm that. All right, stay tuned if you're watching this live. If not, let us know what you think of this huge news. I see it as a positive and a negative. I'm keeping it at 100, or as somebody once said, keeping it 1,000.
Good night.